Yo, what's up, my peoples? Today, I wanted to talk to you guys about my faction. Also to touch base, because I might have been scaring you guys, because I've been playing a little bit of everything, and, you know, my faction haven't been talked about. And the last time I talked about my faction, we were in a situation where I wasn't satisfied. I don't know if I would ever be completely satisfied with anything, because I'm the type of person that just isn't content. But the only problem with my faction is that I'm not even really happy with it at the moment, to a point that I'm not getting much enjoyment out. That's the problem. But I'm not quitting my faction or anything like that. It's not one of those type of things from the last video or this video that I'm doing. I am in. I'm in for the ride. You know, as long as they down to make improvements, I'm in for the ride. In some ways, I do feel like they are making improvements. I talked about the token market and more. But today we're going to be discussing some of the upcoming things with Woody Witterson. And also, as the title says, Cornell Gunther actually replied to me on X and about the AJ Styles situation. Some people are very still upset about that, and understandably so. AJ Styles is a character that is used by many in WWE 2K25. He's a character that is loved in professional wrestling today. Period. Since the beginning of him at a young age, people were garnering toward AJ Styles. They knew this guy, as Booker T would say, is something special. You know, so we just knew that, right? So we're gonna be talking about this. Let's go ahead and hop to it. So starting with witty stuff, and then we're gonna go to the Cornell Gunther stuff. So these is like the arc stuff. I didn't mean to go there. All right, so just some details from Woody Witterson. Talking mainly my faction here, but he does tons of other stuff, like he's talking about Victoria, Mark Henry, and their looks for the upcoming DLC this week. Some things to support in patch 1.24 and more. But like I said, we're here for my faction, even though those characters will be in my faction. But all right, so he has a feeling that the New World tour locations are dropping soon. I kind of think they may be too, because if it's this much in it right now, and there's gonna be another, you know, update before the DLC drop or the date of the DLC, it would be the best time for them to do it, you know, to do it if they do it. I think they will though, but it'll be the best time. So he said 5 art cards for each location. So we're looking at 5 locations, which is crazy. So there could be a huge amount of content, and hopefully personas in there for free in the upcoming World Tour Legions. So we'll see about that. So just to also remember when he posted some of the things like Nigeria, Ghana. I'm not gonna pronounce the person. I'm just gonna do the main areas. Unless there's 2. Tokyo, Japan; Osaka, Japan; Nagawa, Japan; Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. I'm interested in what kind of arena would be in the Saudi Arabia arena. Like, are they gonna have Riyadh signs and things like that on? And then that's gonna make me wish I'm gonna be honest. Do y'all kind of wish y'all had some of these world tour locations? Like when they have if they have like official rings or things like that, you would want there. But I don't think we had official rings yet for my faction, so forget that. But they could use some of the stuff from my rise. They could. So we'll see. So that was from weeks ago when he found that out. So, but he is thinking that it's going to be coming very soon. Let's see. I never get any respect for being a creator, but I'm doing it for anything. But you know, I keep doing it because I like creating, and I do have some people that recognize my work. So I think now's the time to talk about it, because, you know, see him open up his first Eras pack. Oh yeah, we could talk about these events. That's a nice AAA Championship mod right there. So these are the upcoming live events if you have not seen them yet. Victoria versus Trish Stratus. It's funny they got us going up against the Eras card that all was gonna want in a DLC showcase. Then we have Mark Henry. Oh, by the way, the name of that, if you didn't read it, was Legendary Rivalries. Another legendary rivalry, but they didn't even name that one. I just realized it. They just called it. Is that the name, Victoria? All right, Legendary Rivalries, Mark Henry, Pink Diamond. So this is another one. And then we have the New Age Outlaws. Gonna take on Cactus Jack and Terry Funk. I kind of like that in a way. Like that. I love this team of. I always love the team of Terry Funk and Cactus Jack. All right, so Mark Henry, right here for Galaxy Opal. Are this gonna be like? I need to look on the actual screen, and I may do that toward the end of this video, because it may be showing up. No, it probably won't be showing up just yet. We'll do it in a future series. It look like it may be a is it a revolving door? The reason why I say that, because this is the first one. If we get I think we will probably get a pink diamond from that, and then we'll take that pink diamond, maybe make a Galaxy Open Mark Henry. So that's gonna be crazy and new. And then we got this one with D'Lo Brown. We got the Ultimate Challenge coming up as well. You gotta have that AJ Styles though, bro. Good luck. And then you got this one. I think this one may be kind of difficult too, but it'd probably be easier than the AJ Styles one. Definitely. So those are the Ultimate Challenges. Well, the different events and Ultimate Challenges that are coming up. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. There is an event that I haven't talked about yet, and look, yeah. So that's kind of how it goes. You're going to be evolving and get a chance to get up to a pink diamond Mark Henry. Now I don't know about a Galaxy Opal at the end, but yeah, that's going to be one thing. And I haven't talked about this. This is the weekly winnings, and I'm very excited about it though. So it may get me grinding, and we need to grind anyway if we want the AJ Styles, right? If we want to even get lucky. So September 17th through October 14th, that's coming up this week. You can rack up tickets by playing WWE 2K25 and diving into my faction. Now, they don't mean like the tickets for Faction Wars. They're talking about other tickets. So playing 2 games, 2 tickets, either one in any mode, 1 in my faction or 2 in my faction. Opening a my faction pack equals 1 ticket. That should be, to me, that should be 3 tickets. Because it takes a lot to open up a my faction pack. You know what I'm saying? But if you open up a my faction, playing 2 games, so you can either play, you can 1 in any mode, 1 in my faction, or 2 in my in any mode, 1 in my faction or 2 in my faction. I guess what they're trying to say, it counts all the same. So if you play Faction Wars, if you play World Tour, they update it. So another reason why I think they may update it, because of this whole event. So max out at 21 tickets per week and boost your chances to win. So after 21 games, you cap off. You can't earn any more tickets, but you can get up to 21 max tickets if you play 21 games within a week. So play every day, enter every week. So it's going to be a drawing every week. So one winner will receive a Mattel 25. The last time is now John Cena Ultimate. I guess is that an Ultimate card, or is that like an Ultimate Mattel figure? I'm not sure. 2 winners will receive a Mattel 2025 SDCC exclusive Ultimate John Cena. I'm thinking these may be toys. We'll see. Locker codes for 5,000 winners every week. So I'm not sure what they mean by this. 5,000 winners every week. So up to 5,000 people can win. So every time 5,000 people win, you get a lot. I don't understand that. This is, remember though, this could change. This could be just a markup. One of those things said 150 MFP. And a diamond CM Punk 91. That's a persona. We'll see, man. We could be getting some very interesting prizes in the upcoming weeks. So I'm very excited about that as well. Like I said, 2K, they do some good things with the mode, then they do some bad things with the mode. The main thing, once again, that is wrong with the mode is the pricing and the pull rates. If they ever get that right, this will be the grand, I'm gonna be, in my opinion, like outside of universe mode, because I just love universe mode personally, and GM mode is a great mode too. Outside of those two modes, this would be the most replayable mode and the come to mode for the series if they get these pull rates and everything right. So yeah, hopefully they get that right. So let's go to the main event, what you guys are here for, about Cornell Gunther. And you know, I was scared, man, to even say anything, but then I'm just like, someone has to say something, man. And I'm gonna talk about particular people in this part of the video that honestly I have respect for, and I don't want you guys thinking like I'm trying to shoot shots at you, and if y'all are watching it yourselves, don't be thinking I'm hitting a shot at you. It's more so like we have to do better. Like, and I get it, man, everybody don't know how to articulate themselves sometime, man. Like, they don't know the grand things to say. That's why I feel like some content creators, they lucky to be where they at. And I'm not saying that particular person or anybody I mentioned here is lucky. Shout out to Lex too. Lex is a very great content creator, man. He's always been very open, very down to earth. He treats you like everyone else. He doesn't act like he doesn't know you or that you beneath him or anything like that. And there's a lot of content creators that don't even want to say your name. But Lex is not that guy. He's not. He'll say your name in a heartbeat, and he doesn't care. He doesn't, you know, each his own, you know. You shine, he shine, we all shine together. He one of those people, you know. Shout out Call White and anyone else that's following me on X. So let's get to the heart of it. So Cornell Gunther, if you don't know Cornell Gunther, he's a gameplay creator designer. He used to do the, what was the name of those 2K videos he used to do? Then they did the thing on X, I don't know, on Twitch as well. They had the show on Twitch for a while when they was showcasing stuff and playing with the community. By the way, Cornell, I never got my rematch. I feel like I got jumped. I feel like Lexi, she backed out. I think she backed out. Like, I think she decided to just go ahead and give y'all, because yeah, she had resiliency, man. She didn't even use resiliency. Okay, but that was a long time ago. I think it was like 2K23, 2K24, but it is what it is. All right, so big up, because I do know there's a lot of work going these games, and Cornell Gunther, he is one of the people that put the most work and the most dedication into this game, trying to get this game to be, you know, something that we all love. And people may say, nah, he's not trying to. Why would you have a job and stay on the job as long as he has been on the job and not actually care about, you know, creating content that people love and enjoy? Why would you, do you really think it's like that? Do you really? Because that's crazy. If you really think somebody would do that, it would not ever go that far. So I'm trying to find the post right now and I can't find the post. So yeah, I mean, like, dude, you should edit your video. Nah, I like keeping it raw. Plus, it takes a lot of time. I feel like people would still watch the videos to the same extent. I think he replied to. I think it's a reply. I don't think it's his media. I think he replied to something, so it should be in replies. All right. So I think he replied. I think he replied to 2K posts on. He also replied to the. No, he just I think he just reposted it. Where he is? I know he replied to the AJ Styles. He replied to the AJ Styles. Let me just go back to the notifications, and I'll probably find it that way. All right. Sorry for taking up your time. If I'm irritating any of y'all for not. Also, Pro Wrestling Shoot, shout out to them as well. They said the same thing that I said about the Heyman birthday was glitch, and he got Ricky Steamboat. The same thing happened to me. Let me know in the comment section, did that happen to you guys? Did you not have Ricky Steamboat but then had it? after playing the birthday bash? Let me know in the comment section. So trying to find the initial post. Okay, I found it. So WWE 2K25, of course, this Friday they posted the AJ Styles, and we all talked about it. I ranted about it in my last video. So then Cornell said, this took so much effort and time to put together. Happy it's finally out. And I can understand that in a way, when you having something that you think that the fans are going to really go ham over, and that's what the fans did. The fans were very excited for having AJ Styles in retro form, to have that theme in, in their jukebox, and and everything. Everybody wanted that. But the problem is, most people are not going to get that. And that's when it hits hard to the fans, when you seen something and you showed them something. In the words of what's his name in the Kevin Garnett in the Adam Sandler movie, and he said, "Why are you gonna show me some ish that I can't have?" That's exactly what y'all doing, pretty much. There's a good chance that most of us are not gonna have this because it costs hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So that's when I chimed in and said what I said. It's a good model, in my opinion, and great work, but the problem is pull rates, and even those who are spending tons of cash can't get them. Then there's the price of the packs in general as well. That's why it's disappointing. It becomes a close to $100 price tag or more. Shout out to Tyson, who also said it's going to be more than $100. And he's right. I was just being kind of nice about it. It's more than $100. It's more than that, And I decided not to even mention the content creator's name. But it's not that I'm scared or anything. I just don't want to cause issues with his fans or anything, people looking at this the wrong way, because it's not a disrespect. It's more like, I get that you may feel that this person feels like this is a step in the right direction, and it's a W for WWE 2K25. I don't think it's a W for WWE 2K25, because to say it's a W, that means it's a complete win. It's not a complete win. It's like a half win. It's like, oh, it's great that AJ Styles is there. It's great that we can have TNA Retro AJ Styles. But a lot of it comes from just the simple fact that WWE has now garnered, a partnership with TNA, and we'll be able to use certain things from TNA during this partnership. And that's why that is happening. That's just it. It's not happening because 2K garnered the rights to TNA or anything like that, and they can mix it, match in the game. Even if they garnered rights to TNA, they would have to have, they still couldn't do TNA and WWE together without WWE's permission and TNA's permission. They have TNA and WWE's permission right now, and that's why these things are happening. And we could see more things like this because of that. But the reason why this is not a complete W, and I don't think anyone should say it's a complete W, is because you're saying it's okay about the other things, but you're not saying it's okay. The thing is, this person, the reason why I say he's just having a terrible way with saying what he's trying to say, because he did mention that it was terrible for us to have, the price and it be predatory and all that stuff. He did mention that. But the problem is, though, you also said it's a W, so it's quite confusing, and that's why you got some people upset with you, because you're saying it's a complete W and it's not a complete W. It's kind of a win, but it's kind of not a win. Not a complete W though. But moving on. So I was happy that Cornell did not say anything too much to me, and he wasn't upset with me. And we're going to talk about that in a minute as well. Relic said it's definitely not close. It's way more. I sadly spent money and only managed to get Cody Rhodes and Bailey Mutiny card. I never spent money on MyFaction, but I definitely want the AJ Styles Persona card, so I thought it was worth the gamble, but I lost. Never again. We had a long conversation, and I told him, like, it's okay to gamble from time to time, but the pull rates are so bad, even a lot of money doesn't help. That's not a good thing. Love the mode concept though. It's the implementation and the system that's bad. He goes on, I said, Sorry, bro, I get the temptation. Just don't go broke or homeless. You say it was my first, my last time. I'm done. I don't think it's the last time for him. You know, I just think he's angry. 2K is money hungry, but what can you say? If they think they could get away with it, they'll lock the entire roster behind MyFaction paywalls. Ooh. Says Billy Thornberry. I don't know if it's that serious, but I get why the fear is there. I should have to spend more than the biggest edition of the game for one character. I agree with Zaros 100%. Like, that was my thing too, I said in the last video. But now we're gonna go back to Cornell's remark and we're gonna end the video because, man, I've been talking for 20 minutes. Alright, so Cornell replied and said, I will communicate this feedback. Thank you for your honesty. And see, that's the thing that I think they expect from content creators, is that they expect you guys to be honest. And I think sometimes people are scared to voice their opinion, or they're not scared but don't know how to exactly voice their opinion. They're more so scared that they may say the wrong thing. And, you know, I had practice with this. You know, because of my mental health issues, I had to practice how to speak to people, to get what I want out of people, to get people to understand me as a person. And sometimes it worked, and sometimes it didn't. But yes, my counselor, I had a counselor. So my counselor would teach me, she would always teach me how to word things in a manner where if anyone got upset with me after that, it's on them. It's not on me, it's them, not me. So I wouldn't blame myself with it. So I learned how to talk to people, and a lot of people don't have this technique. They have not learned the skill. They don't know how to do it. So it's good to me to know that paid. I think that is the reason why he took my honesty. I don't think Cornell is a bad person. I don't think he's trying to scam me, anything like this. Did y'all even see Love in WWE? Do y'all know he was on that joint? So he's friends with Montez Ford. I feel like watching that, I kind of got an idea of his character. I don't think he's fake like that. I think he's a well-rounded, nice guy who likes to help people. He likes to give advice. He likes to listen. He likes to hear. He comes off that way. I don't think he knows as much as y'all think he knows, or he's responsible like in his job of things. There are different departments, especially when it comes to the money situation. I think there's different departments that handle that. Do he probably know that some of this may be happening? I think he maybe knows, but I don't think he's responsible for it. So someone want to go in big promo challenges in universe mode. Y'all know y'all been loving the, y'all been knowing this. Y'all make the prices. Communicate. Some of us spent a crazy amount of money on this game, and we're still having to work or pay for stuff we should just get anyway. Yo, G, please. The mid-card titles are still glitched. Yo, people just using any chance to get their part of the game fixed. And I ain't mad at you. Putting him in the card market will be good too. I get the card market, but like I say with the card market, it's still depending on the person. Could be a lot, you know, a lot of time, a lot of MFP. It can be. I do get why it's a good thing and why people love it, because it's a guarantee. Like, you know, when you do put that MFP in, oh, I got the card. It's not, ooh, I may get the card. It's like, once I drop this MFP, I'm gonna get the card. But it's the road to that MFP, and then think about how much MFP you need to get all the cards needed for the AJ Styles event. You would hope that you get some of the cards before it, so you won't have to go in and get all of it. You know what I mean? So it's still a crazy gamble and a long road to get the AJ Styles, where I've seen people tell me legit, like, why won't they just sell DLC packs? Why won't they just sell DLC packs and put the MyFaction cards in it? Why we gotta go through all this? Even if you price the DLC pack with the MyFaction card a little bit higher. For example, let's just be real. How many of you guys have paid $25 to $35 for AJ Styles? You're practically doing it already with a chance to get it. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. We would. AJ Styles, DLC, MyFaction DLC, with Persona. You can use it across all modes. It'll be exclusive to that mode. Only if you paid for it. In the store. In the story. And then if you want to later on allow people to have events where they can evolve that card, that's fine too. Or get a higher version of that card, that's fine too. But that's just it though. That's just it. In the story, man. End of story. But yo, I'm done. I want to give a shout out to Cornell G. I want to give a shout out to Tyson. Give a shout out to Mike. I just thought about both y'all. Two of my biggest people, their names are pretty much related to each other in of a boxer. That's crazy. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it gives you something to do while you're playing MyFaction this weekend, while you're grinding at any time, whether it's this weekend or months from this Eras and AJ style video. All in all, I do like the aesthetic of the Eras cards. I like the way all the Eras cards look. I like a majority of the cards that are in there. Some of them are questionable. If I didn't grade it before like I should have in the review, I'm grading it now. I would have gave it a C+. Okay, I would have gave it higher if it wasn't so hard. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you guys next show, next video. I'm out of here. Peace.